at the J.P. Morgan Healthcare Conference in San Francisco, and joining us in the studio is John Weinberg. John is the Chief Operating Officer of Veloxis. And John, I want to congratulate you on your bringing a new product to market, a once-daily Envarsus. Tell us about this product.
So we're really happy, obviously, that we've now got approval and launched this product in the US. Envarsus is a reformulation of a very well-known and well-used drug in transplantation called tacrolimus. And what we've done with tacrolimus is we've taken it and we've reformulated it to improve certain of the characteristics that have been potentially problematic for patients and for physicians over time.
So John, you say reformulate the product. Can you tell our viewers, their patients and caregivers out there watching this show, it's an older product, and when you say reformulate it, what exactly does that mean?
Yeah, so basically, what we do is we've got some pretty cool technology called melt dose that takes the molecule itself, an old molecule, we heat it up, we break down the molecular bonds so that the drug itself is more easily absorbed into the body, and we also manufacture the tablets in such a way that the drug is distributed throughout the gastrointestinal system evenly, and the patients continue to absorb drug over a 24-hour time period.
Okay, so now with this reformulation, take us back and tell us the old way versus your new technology, and tell us some of the benefits that the patients are going to experience.
So traditionally, a molecule such as tacrolimus is put into a gel cap. The gel cap gets into your stomach and releases, all the drug comes out pretty much over a very short time period. Patients get very high peaks of blood concentration of tacrolimus after the drug has been taken. With our technology, what we're able to do is to allow for the drug to be absorbed slowly and consistently into the bloodstream. So for the patients, that means a couple of things. One of which is that they only have to take the drug once a day, which is much more convenient for them and easier for them. In addition to that, what our kinetics do to the drug is deliver the drug slowly over time, getting rid of this big peak. That peak may be what is causing some of the toxicities that patients on traditional release tacrolimus experience. So I think that is one of the key potential benefits that this drug has for both patients and for physicians.
So when you say toxicity, what does that mean? What would a patient experience when you use that term toxicity?
So there are a host of toxicities that patients experience from these drugs. These are potent drugs, unfortunately. And one of them that is fairly common is patients a short while after taking the drug experience quite bad tremors in some instances. Those tremors can impact their ability to get on with daily life, things like writing checks, buttoning their shirts, drinking soup, things such as that.
So, John, the product is indicated for?
It's indicated for use in kidney transplant patients who are currently on regular twice-a-day tacrolimus and to be converted from that onto Envarsus.
Now, we hear all the time, especially in transplant patients, that they're on these products for the remainder of their life. But we also know, and I've read studies, that a large number of these patients drop off therapy. And to me, that just doesn't make a lot of sense. Is that the toxicity coming into play that they're experiencing, and so they would rather not deal with those potential side effects of the products?
Yeah, it is quite sort of astounding that unfortunately patients do end up not being fully compliant on medicines, particularly when they've had, a superb gift such as a kidney donated to them. And I think part of it is due to toxicity, that patients realize the toxicity the medicine is going to cause and decide either willingly that, I'm going out tonight, I don't want to be bothered with this toxicity, or simply patients are forgetful. We all know you come home at night and you fall asleep on the couch, you forget to take your medicines, and that I think is the nature of the beast over time if one is on lifelong therapy.
Yeah. So let's say I'm a transplant recipient. When do I start Envarsus after transplant? Is it immediately after the transplant, or is there some time that has to pass to make sure that that organ is going to be received in the body, and then I start on Envarsus? How does that work?
Generally speaking, most transplant centers will start patients on tacrolimus very soon after transplant, usually within a day or two after that. And Envarsus can be started shortly thereafter.
And John, so what else are you working on? Is this one product that's in the market? What are you working on? What's next for your company?
So right now we're continuing to do studies to understand the potential benefits that Envarsus will have for patients. So there's more we need to know about the drug. We believe there are additional benefits that can be found, and we're looking to do studies to identify those things. In future, however, if you look at it, we believe that we can build this into the transplant company. And so right now we're looking for products either in pipeline or products that are already on the market that would fit nicely with Envarsus and would allow us to offer both transplant centers and transplant patients a sort of one-stop shop for all their transplant needs.
Well, John, I greatly admire the work that you're doing, and I really appreciate you bringing these products to market and all the hard work that you and your colleagues are doing at the company. So I want to thank you very much for stopping by and sharing that with our audience.
Thank you very much. It's a very exciting time for the company, but more importantly for transplant patients to have a new option.